This is Replicant Fish. Welcome back. Glad you could join me again. This video is somewhat of a freestyle video. There's no real topic, I just want to talk for a bit. The outlining topic may be something about narcissistic women, dating them, just being with them or something in 2020, along those lines. And yes, I have noticed many of you have been trolling me with the 2020 thing, so I may just make this a 2020 video, just for the sake of it. But in speaking of narcissistic women in 2020, it's somewhat inspired by the Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation, and in some way I have been thinking about the video I made yesterday about Casanova. And it's just many thoughts, and I think I actually dreamt something last night about all of these things. Some sort of mashup dream about all of these things. So amongst my freestyle rambling, I want to say this. My journey through my adult life, my journey with women, hasn't been about the difficulty of getting the women. It's been more the difficulty of dealing with the woman when you have them. That's why most of my videos are made in the way they're made. The fact is, you can do many tricks, use many tips, skills, strategies, chat up lines, all that crap to get the woman. And as such, I believe most of that is nonsense anyway. Talking to a woman is far better in most cases, I believe. But my issue has been with the woman herself when she's in your life. When she's by herself, yeah, whatever, don't care. When she's in your life, it's different. Because then there are feelings involved, emotions. There are people being watched, whether the man's watching her or she's watching the man. Either of them being more jealous, lacking self-esteem, or just believing their partner is a hoe, basically, and would bang such and such person. Because it's when you're with the woman, when it's you and her behind those closed doors, when no one else is around, it's in those moments of supposed peace and harmony and niceness, two people working together, that many dark and toxic and evil things are grown between a couple. Many things that fester and become these monstrously disgusting things in your relationship. These irrational, emotion-filled levels of crap. And the thing is, when you're dealing with a narcissistic woman, a woman who doesn't see her wrongs, who doesn't admit her faults, who has no accountability, that's when many men could go crazy. That's when I believe many men are driven crazy by a woman. Because dealing with a woman who believes that she is not wrong, that she does no wrong, and as a man trying to convince her that, look woman, you're going crazy, this is not so. You would find yourself as a man trying to rationalize actual crap, actual emotional garbage, sheer bull crap. And many men do grow up believing that the woman may be difficult to handle, but she may be worth it, or she is worth it. Like some damn shampoo commercial, she's worth it, and many men believe so. And partially the reason for this is because so many of us are surrounded by people who want you to fit their narrative, who encourage you to do stupid things. There are many people in this world who are content and happy being single, but because of other people in the world who, I'm not sure, their emotional need for you fitting in doesn't make sense, thus they want you to fit in, thus they can feel better. So it's how people would push you to do things that to them make sense. To them it makes sense to have this person in your life, dominating your life. To them it makes sense. They will and they can rationalize it. To say, yes, of course there are bumps in the road in relationships, but it's part of two people being together. It's part of what love is. If all that crap is part of what love is, I want none of that. If I understand and see that going in here, into this deep relationship or bond, whatever, is going to stress me out, bring me nothing but headache, with a few minor instances of being nice and having some good sex, yay, whatever, then for me to go into such a situation, I deserve everything I get, really. I deserve everything I damned get. To know this situation could be so potentially dangerous, full of crap, unfulfilling, and to still go in blindly just to fit in, just to be like everyone else. When being like everyone else has never made me happy in this damned world. Trying to be like those who assume they're normal has never made me feel good. In being myself, understanding myself, what I truly want in this world, that's when Fish felt good. That's why Fish now feels so good. Has this level of self-confidence that he could never have had before. Interesting. Yes, I know I'm rambling. I know that there's no structure to this one really. So I want to go on to this point here. My viewpoint of women comes from women themselves. It comes from them showing me how they are. It's not me as a man just saying things for the sake of saying them, no. It's me saying things through experience, through witness, through women looking me dead in my eyes and saying certain things, the real things. When she's not lying because she knows you can see through the lie, and she wants to admit her crap and tell you, so what? This is who I am. So what? Interesting. And I will make this point as well. I haven't actually had much hate from women in my life. I've had issues with individual women, but women don't actually hate me. No, in fact, women actually give me attention. But the thing is, unlike some men who would just gloat and boast about that supposed attention, my problem with that is, over time, it's shown me how so many women are just so willing. How having a man, having a boyfriend, having a husband, for many women, more women than I would ever thought possible, how that doesn't matter. How they would still sleep with me either way. It's partially how I came to understand that women are so highly suggestible. That many women put up this fake defense, when really, some of them want you to, break down their defense. Open that box, that Pandora's box of hers. So it has given me the point of view of women thinking, my God, women are sexually ravenous creatures, but not solely just for the desire of sex. And that does depend if you're a man she's attracted to in that way. It's also in terms of power, what power she can have over certain men through her sex, through the men wanting to sleep with her, and even the men that she's with, as in her boyfriend or husband, how she will then control the man through sex, with sex, by withholding it, giving him very mediocre sex, or by making him work very, very, very hard for something you would expect from your partner being in a relationship with them. It's only normal, is it not? Yeah. A sad point I will make for many men is, as a single man, I've probably had more sex in a year than some men that are actually married. It sounds stupid, I know, but you'd think a man that's married is getting an abundance of sex and love and everything from his woman. I say many things, but the reality of the world is far colder. It's far more sinister. It's far more dark. It's far more deceptive. Something else I've learned about women is, even though many of them are so selfish and arrogant, they still don't have a core love for themselves. It's in a sense they have a love for themselves in the reaction or attention or power they have over others, how others see them and may want them, rather than a genuine feeling for themselves as to how they feel about themselves, that they love themselves, in other words. As a man, when you can see that so many women don't love themselves, yet they want you to love them, it makes you question, what's the damn point? Why the hell should I as a man try to love a woman who I can see barely loves herself? I am not fooled with the flash, the woman being hyper, showing off, having this much money, looking this way. I'm not fooled by that. For me, that is all a deception. For me, that is a mask to cover up many things. If she's really so content, would she need to show it and boast about it so much? Is showing it a sense of covering up the fact of she's really so hurt and broken? She's really so crazy? Seriously. You see, as a man, following the chemical reaction called love and falling in love with many of these women you assume are great women, who in actuality are quite loose and thottish, manipulative, deceptive. When you can see the crap, when you can see who they are clearly, it makes it far easier to not want to be with them. Do what makes sense to you. Do what makes you feel better as a man. In other words, focus. Observe. Remember, the world is yours. Have a nice day.